Rocky 3 stars Sylvester Stallone, Talia, Shire, and others. Rocky is the heavyweight champion, and he's challenged by Clubber Lang. Sylvester Stallone wrote and directed Rocky 3. I guess he talked to a few people about directing. Rocky 2 was a huge hit, plus Stallone had a career slump. Most of his movies bombed. I guess every franchise goes through tonal shifts because Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 especially are cheesy action movies. I love Rocky 3, I guess everyone does. I used to think it's my favorite. I was being a little hasty. Not for nothing, but Rocky 3 and First Blood both came out in 1982. Stallone is still good as Rocky. He's not exactly the same person, so you could say Stallone was playing himself. Rocky's a celebrity. He's overconfident, but not extremely. He talks normally now. I guess several people told him to get speech therapy. Mr. T plays Clubber Lang, the villain. He's a loudmouth, aggressive guy. He really wants to be champ. He's over the top, but not extremely. I guess a lot of 80s villains are over the top. Mr. T has a weird catchphrase, I pity the fool. Carl Weathers was great. Apollo Creed is fleshed out more. He retired, he's a sports announcer. He and Clubber seriously don't like each other, so he offers to train Rocky. Apollo is still fit, so he actually works out with Rocky. So yeah, they actually become friends. Rocky 3 is easily more entertaining than the first two movies. I guess it was the first Rocky movie for some people. I don't know the order in which I watched the series, but I can safely say I started off with the first movie. I rented them from Blockbuster back into 2007. Oddly enough, Rocky 3 and Rocky 5 had mature stickers. I know I'm meandering a little, I'm not chatty. Rocky actually fights Hulk Hogan. His character's name is Thunderlips. They fight for charity. It's a cool fight, but it was pointless. It happens for entertainment value, and I think Stallone wanted to finish establishing Rocky's career. Maybe Hogan requested a role. Rocky fighting Clubber was cool. I'm sure it was rehearsed over several days. It's the first time you see the whole fight. There's no montage, round 5, round 8, and so forth. The song Eye of the Tiger is played twice. It basically means Rocky needs the edge to win. You easily become soft if you become a celebrity. Rocky 4 stars Sylvester Stallone, Talia, Shire, and others. Rocky challenges Ivan Drago, a Russian fighter, after he literally kills Apollo in the ring. Stallone wrote and directed Rocky 4. He was definitely egotistical back then. Rocky 3 is cheesy, but it has heart. Rocky 4 tries having heart. It's definitely over the top, which reminds me of the 1987 movie Over the Top. I guess it's a cult classic. I've seen it on cable in recent years. Anyway, Rocky actually gives Paulie a robot for his birthday. It's 2018 and robots still don't exist. Stallone was fine. He mumbled sometimes. You could say he mumbled a lot. And he didn't give himself good material. I guess he quickly wrote the script because he couldn't come up with a good story. Plus, it was the 80s. He made Rocky superhuman. He got into good shape. Apollo is still arrogant. He fights Drago because he wants to prove to everyone, mainly himself, he's still a good fighter. He's not too old. He convinces Rocky to train him, although it was never shown. There should have been a quick montage, but whatever. His match with Drago only lasts 2 rounds. Rocky was close to throwing in the towel, but Apollo wanted to keep on going. Oddly enough, Drago never gets arrested. Ivan Drago is the exact opposite of Clubber Lang. He's a quiet, ruthless guy. He's a beast. He's hot up on steroids. He mostly speaks in Russian. He has one famous line, I must break you. Drago is Dolph Lundgren's breakout role. He quickly became famous. He and Stallone later on worked together on the Expendables series. Bridget Nielsen plays Mrs. Drago. She speaks for her husband. Nielsen was married to Stallone for 19 months. She was in the 1986 movie Cobra as well. I own Cobra. It's in one of my DVD wallets. I remember Cobra has a few robots. Cobra and Rocky IV are definite 80s time capsules. Rocky IV is 20% montages. I honestly watched 2 of them numerous times. No Easy Way Out and Hearts on Fire, which is my favorite. Yeah, Rocky IV has a weak story, but it has a good soundtrack. Like Rocky II, it has 2 montages back to back. I remember Family Guy parodied those montages. In fact, the Drago footage was recycled. Rocky's fight with Drago is cool but hokey. Like I said, Rocky is superhuman. He takes a lot more abuse than Apollo, and yet their fight lasts a long time. Not only that, the crowd actually cheers for Rocky. Rocky III gets an A, and Rocky IV gets a B. They're fun, cheesy boxing movies. They're very different from the last 2 movies, but it was the 80s. I understand why some dislike Rocky IV. If Rocky IV wasn't made, Creed wouldn't happen, or it would be very different. Thanks, as always, for watching, guys. My Twitter link is down below. Let me know what you think of Rocky III and Rocky IV. Do you like them or dislike them? Stay tuned for my Rocky V review very soon. I haven't written my notes yet because life is busy sometimes. I'll talk to you later. Alrighty then.